ever pondered how crucial is software security in today's digital age? We live in an era where we are heavily reliant on software applications. They are interwoven into the fabric of our daily lives, from the healthcare sector to the financial industry, from education to transportation, and everything in between. But with this reliance comes potential risks and threats. Viruses, malware, ransomware, and data breaches are just a few of the hazards that loom in the digital landscape. These threats can cause significant damage, not just to our personal data, but to the very infrastructure that our society is built upon. Software security, therefore, is not just important, it's paramount. It's the shield that guards our data, our privacy, and our digital lives. It's the wall that stands between us and the myriad of cyber threats that lurk in the shadows of the digital world. Without robust software security, data breaches could result in significant losses. Now, one may wonder what measures can ensure software security. Enter software-based security posture assessment. In the simplest terms, a software-based security posture assessment is a comprehensive evaluation of a system's security measures. You can think of it as a health checkup, but for your software. It takes a deep dive into the system, identifying vulnerabilities and assessing the overall security status. But what does this mean, really? Well, imagine you're a captain of a ship sailing through a storm. A security posture assessment is much like your compass and map. It guides you, showing you where the potential leaks in your ship are, helping you navigate through the stormy waters of cyber threats. It's your first line of defense, a proactive measure to ensure the ship, or in our case the software, doesn't sink. Now let's talk about the role of a security posture assessment in identifying vulnerabilities. It's not just about finding the weak spots, it's about understanding them. It's about knowing why they exist, how they can be exploited, and most importantly, what can be done to fix them. It's a preventative measure, a tool to fortify your software before a breach occurs. But a security posture assessment doesn't stop at identifying vulnerabilities. It provides a holistic view of the software's security status. It looks at the entire system, not just parts of it. It evaluates the software's architecture, the coding practices, the data handling procedures, and so much more. It's like having a bird's-eye view of your software's security landscape. A software-based security posture assessment is not a one-time thing. It's a continuous process, an ongoing effort to stay one step ahead of the cyber threats lurking in the digital world. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about taking control of your software's security rather than leaving it to chance. In essence, a security posture assessment empowers organizations to understand and improve their security measures. It's a tool for knowledge and improvement, a way to ensure that your software is as secure as it can be. Because in the end, a secure software isn't just about preventing breaches. It's about trust, reliability, and peace of mind. Let's delve deeper into how security posture assessment works. In the realm of software security, the process of security posture assessment is akin to a comprehensive health checkup for your system. It's about understanding how robust your defense mechanisms are and where the gaps lie. To start, we have data collection. This is the gathering of information about your software and hardware, the network infrastructure, the applications you're using, and the overall operational environment. This includes everything from your system configurations, patch management, to user access controls. It's a comprehensive inventory of your digital ecosystem. Once we have this data in hand, it's time to move on to vulnerability identification. This is where we shine a spotlight on the weak points in your system. It could be outdated software, poorly configured firewalls, or even simple human error. This step is all about finding the cracks in the armor, those points of potential exploitation that could be used by malicious entities. Following this, we have threat analysis. It's not enough to simply identify vulnerabilities. We need to understand the potential impact of these vulnerabilities being exploited. This means looking at the potential threats in the wider digital landscape. It could be a new strain of malware, a potential phishing campaign, or even the risk of insider threats. By understanding the potential threats, we can better gauge the risk posed by the identified vulnerabilities. And then comes risk assessment. Here we evaluate the likelihood of these threats exploiting your vulnerabilities and the potential impact if they do. This isn't just about the immediate damage. It takes into account the potential for data loss, downtime, reputational damage, and even regulatory penalties. This step is crucial in prioritizing which vulnerabilities need immediate attention and which can be dealt with later. Finally, we have reporting. This is where the results of the security posture assessment are collated and presented in an understandable format. It's a clear, concise, and actionable summary of your current security posture, the risks you're facing, and the steps needed to mitigate them. The beauty of this process is that it isn't a one-off exercise. It's a continuous cycle of improvement. Each step feeds into the next, allowing you to constantly update and improve your security posture. New vulnerabilities are identified, new threats are analyzed, and your risk assessment is continually updated. This constant vigilance is crucial in a digital landscape that is always evolving. So that's the nitty-gritty of security posture assessment. It's a comprehensive process, but it's one that provides a clear picture of your digital health. It helps in identifying vulnerabilities, risks, and threats, and gives you the tools to deal with them. A detailed security posture assessment can provide valuable insights into possible vulnerabilities and the necessary steps to mitigate them. Let's wrap up what we've learned about software-based security posture assessment. This process is a dynamic, fundamental aspect of maintaining software security. It's not just a one-and-done deal, but a continuous journey. Just as you wouldn't secure your home once and then forget about it, the same principle applies to software security. Software security is critical in our world where digital platforms are intertwined with almost every part of our lives. From online banking to telemedicine and even our social interactions, we're constantly engaged with software systems. This ubiquitous presence of software makes it a prime target for malicious activities, and that's where security posture assessment comes in. Security posture assessment is our first line of defense. It's like a health checkup for our software, identifying vulnerabilities that could potentially be exploited. This proactive approach allows us to fortify our software against threats even before they occur. Just as a doctor would identify potential health risks during a routine checkup, security posture assessment uncovers weak spots in our software security. But it's not just about finding vulnerabilities. It's also about continuously improving our security measures. Security posture assessment helps us understand where we stand in terms of security and what steps we need to take to enhance it. It's a process of learning and improving, of staying one step ahead of potential threats. We've also learned that security posture assessment is a multifaceted process. It involves various stages, from assessing our current security status, to identifying vulnerabilities, to implementing improvements, and then monitoring the effectiveness of these improvements. It's a cycle of constant evolution and improvement, a cycle that's crucial for maintaining robust software security. In conclusion, software-based security posture assessment is the cornerstone of effective software security. It's not just about protecting our software today, but about ensuring its security in the future. It's a proactive approach that allows us to stay ahead of potential threats and continuously improve our security measures. Remember, a robust security posture assessment is vital for maintaining software security in our increasingly digital world. As we look to the future, the significance of software-based security posture assessment can't be overstated. We're on the brink of a new era where software security is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. As technology advances, the complexity of software systems and the threats they face are also escalating. This trend underscores the increasing importance of software security in the years to come. Consider the rapid rise of artificial intelligence and machine learning. These technologies are revolutionizing the way we live and work, but they also present new vectors of attack. As more systems integrate AI and machine learning components, the need for robust security posture assessments becomes paramount. These assessments will need to be dynamic and adaptive, capable of identifying and responding to threats that evolve alongside the very technologies they seek to exploit. Furthermore, the proliferation of the Internet of Things, or IoT, is another game changer. As billions of devices around the world connect and communicate, the surface area for potential attacks expands exponentially. In this interconnected world, a vulnerability in a single device can have far-reaching consequences. Consequently, the future of software security will need to focus not just on individual systems, but on the entire network of interconnected devices. And let's not forget about quantum computing. While still in its infancy, quantum computing promises to disrupt everything we know about computing, including software security. When fully realized, quantum computers could potentially crack encryption algorithms that are currently considered unbreakable. This means that our approach to software security will need to radically evolve to stay ahead of the curve. So, what does all this mean for security posture assessments? It means that these assessments will need to become more sophisticated, comprehensive, and proactive. They'll need to leverage the same advanced technologies they're protecting against, like AI and machine learning, to predict and preempt potential threats. They'll need to consider the broader network, not just individual systems, and they'll need to constantly evolve, just as the threats do. As the digital landscape evolves, so too must our approach to software security, with software-based security posture assessment leading the charge.